Hello, everyone. Welcome to today's live stream. I just got off of a Zoom call, and before that I got off of a mentorship call. I've been spending a lot of time being online with people today in the realms of portraiture and art, and it's so wonderful, and I'm so delighted and honored that I get to share this time with so many of you. And so nice to have you here. I'd love to know in the chat where you're watching from, and if you're watching the replay, let me know in the comments. And we're going to be working on this very cool, moody, dark reference of Jenell del Cid, who is a dear friend. She's such a wonderful muse and inspiring person, and she's so great. So we're focusing on shadow shapes, and my camera setup is much brighter than it usually is for some reason. That's interesting. Less shadowy, but perhaps more shapes and more subtlety. Let's draw, shall we? Corinna, is there a Zoom link for today? Sorry for getting your manners. Good morning. This is not Zoom. It's YouTube. We just had a Zoom session. So I'll show you some of my drawings, because every Tuesday for 5 years, it's been 5 years today, I sketch with people in Zoom, and I'll just show you some of the sketches I've been doing, and you all are welcome to join every Tuesday. So here are, we have, yes. I did sketches from a few different references during a mentorship call today. That was really cool. We did some 2-minute portraits together. So here are some of my really brief sketches from today. We always start with 30-second and then 1-minute poses, and then it moves on to 2-minute, then 4-minute, then 6-minute poses. And I really liked this one. This was so cool. And it's a great opportunity to just see a lot of faces and practice a lot of drawing. And I would not be drawing the way I do today during these live streams if it weren't for these live portrait sketch sessions. I figured out today that in the past 5 years, because it's been weekly 5 years, I even for a while did Friday morning live stream Zoom sessions. That all up, I must have done over 7,000 portrait sketches, and I must have posed for about 500 of these sketches for other people to draw from. So these are the drawings I just did now in Zoom. And now we'll draw Jenell together, shall we? So if that sounds interesting to you, if you would like to hang out and we can talk, you don't have to talk if you don't want to. You can leave your camera off. But it is a place to come together and just practice and draw together. And it is so much fun. And it's such good practice. And the link to that is in my... Did you miss the Zoom link today? No? Why are people asking about Zoom? We just finished the Zoom call and it's the same link as the one that's in the description. So, the time zones maybe. Maybe? That's unfortunate. Next week. Next time, Corinna. So yeah, 7:30 p.m. German time. If you're in different parts of the world, you'll have to figure out when that is for you, because we do it every week and it's so good. Tommy, yes, it is fantastic reference. Lydia, Corinna, hello. Nicole, good morning in Melbourne. Cheryl in Oregon. Funny, Oliver, so great to have you, and Adam. Maybe I said something confusing in the Discord server about Zoom, but what I meant to say was we'll be Zooming. We'll be live streaming now. Let's start. I'll put a 10-minute timer on and see what happens. What I wanted to convey is that the live stream will be at 9:40 Central European time, because beforehand is the Zoom session, which I've been hosting for 5 years every Tuesday, which I love. Does that make sense now? Does that clear up the confusion? So if you're able to, you also don't have to be there for the whole session. And the Zoom sessions are like donation based, €6, or pay what you want. So if money should be a boundary to some people, for these Tuesday sessions, it's not teaching, it's learning by doing. And I show up and I host the space, and people participate however they want and are able to. And if you would like to contribute, then the Tuesday sessions are €6, or pay what you want. Which can also be paid through my Buy Me a Coffee link, which is in the description here. And it's my social life as well. I get to hang out with these lovely people every Tuesday as we draw together. And just the experience of seeing so many faces and doing so many quick sketches. And that's the thing with those, they don't have to be perfect. Like I feel it brings a certain kind of stylization and a directness to my drawing, because there's no time to hesitate really. It's just, especially when you're starting with 30 seconds, you just start drawing. And just cumulatively over the years, looking back on it today and being like, wow, that's like 7,000 of these little sketches that I've done over the course of 5 years. And all of those kind of feed into and inform my like spontaneous decision-making process when I'm doing these drawings in the live stream as well. So everyone is welcome to join in Zoom every Tuesday. It's so good, and I would love to see you there. Okay, Corinna is guilty of being the confusion stirrer. Your apologies accepted, no problem. I too, or maybe me alone, am often confused about things. That's okay. Especially when it comes to time zones, numbers. It's something I've been forced to, hosting these international events. I often have to figure out time zones. It's not something I've been particularly good at, but I've had some practice. Learning by doing. Corinna, I saw you just bought me a coffee for the Zoom session, but that can be, the coffee will keep for the next Zoom session as well. Thank you. Because I just saw that just before going live, and I was like, was Corinna there? So things are happening this weekend and in general. I've been talking about doing a shadow shapes workshop. How nice are the shadow shapes here? There's this really interesting like soft shadow across the face. I think I'm not going to put lines down for it, but I'm aware of it. So I have been saying that on Sunday, and I have not yet sent out my email to my mailing list. I was thinking maybe Sunday I would be doing a Shadow Shapes Zoom workshop. And I've now decided it will be Saturday. Did I just say Saturday or Sunday? Am I confused? So Saturday, I'll be doing a Zoom Shadow Shapes workshop where we'll focus on seeing different value shapes and using them to find our way around a drawing. And I find it such an enjoyable way to draw. And yeah, that's what that'll be about. So if you're not yet on my mailing list, please join. The link is in the description below. And I don't send heaps of mails, but I send out emails to invite people to come and draw with me, whether it's the live streams, drawn together shows, workshops, my Patreon tutorials, courses, all sorts of things, all sorts of ways to be and to draw and create together. And also today I had a 2-hour group call with my mentorship group, and that was really cool as well. And we were talking a lot about shadow shapes in that as well, and got to do some spontaneous demonstration for some ideas about that. And my next round of mentorship is coming up soon. So if people are interested in joining my mentorship, it's a close, small group of inspired people creating together, and it's really, really cool. There is an info page on my website, which I'll update in the coming days, with more information about the next round. And it's really cool. If that's something that sounds like could be of interest to you, then please get in touch. I would love to work together with you. Can see that? Cool. I love this hair shape. So nice. The way that I use Procreate is a perfect way of looking at shapes. And I talk about shadow shapes a lot, and just this, I guess it's like shape comprehension, understanding shapes and the way shapes bring an image together, how we can use them to build up an image. Because the way that I use Procreate is with the freehand selection tool, and it's all about drawing and recognizing shapes. And it's not line focused like a lot of the drawing that I usually do. And so I was thinking to do a traditional material, traditional technique workshop on Saturday, and if enough people are interested, 2 weeks after that to do a Procreate also starts with a P, a Procreate shape-focused tutorial. And I can show you after this drawing, I'll show you how I use Procreate and how it's all about shapes. That if enough people are interested, because I know here I always use traditional media, but it was interesting talking about it today and looking back on the pieces that I had done in the past, and to realize it's just so shape-centric, and it feels like it would be a really interesting kind of complement to the shadow shape stuff we've been doing here. Jenell! Hello. Jenell is here. You're looking good with your beautiful little star face there. Hello, nice to have you in the chat. So Oliver, is my audio a bit glitchy, or is it crappy Wi-Fi? This was also a connection issue yesterday. Some people in the live had sound issues, not everyone. And I think in the replay it was fine. So it may be a connectivity issue. So nice to see you, Jenell. Fully freezing? Wait a minute. Cheryl says it's fine. And Nicole, yes. Blue Shine Art, Charlotta and I started doing the live stuff at the same time. First week of lockdown. So we share a birthday. That's so cool. That what Charlotta has been doing over the years is amazing. So this is my 10-minute timer. Just went off. I will take a photo here. Tommy's sound is fine. That's reassuring. It's unsettling that some people have issues with the quality, but it's always nice to know that it's only some people. That means the issue is not my issue, because I have had my fair share of issues while live streaming and things haven't worked out. So if it's good for most of you, that's good. And my apologies for those who it's not so good for, but Can't really do anything about it. But the replay should be fine, apparently. So that was 10 minutes. And this was such a great reference. So it's interesting looking through images and selecting stuff based on how well suited it is for a shadow shape study. So there are some cool shadow shapes in here. Like here is really shadowy, so we can just instantly put that in here. And I'm going to, with my water brush, I'm going to take ink from the ink work and push it around the shadow shapes that I have laid out. How are you, Jenell? You still here? We've been wanting to catch up for ages and it hasn't happened yet, but it's nice to have you here. It's nice to have you in the world. And I always love seeing you and Jacob in the storm of social media, two radiant points of inspiration and randomness and social criticism. You're so great. Social criticism, societal, or yeah, I don't know what I'm saying, but I'm saying that I love you both. You're so great. Okay. Oh, I like that. That's kind of just the soft shadow. It's pretty cool. So for those who don't yet know Jenell, I have recently drawn a few people here from the Museum by Sketchy app, which just used to be called Sketchy. And if Jenell is not the most drawn person on there, she's got to be one of the most drawn people on the Museum by Sketchy app. And that's how we first met. I like this kind of curtain of hair. It could be like a lifted veil or something. Oh, Nicole and Oliver refreshed, left and came back, and now it's okay. That's so good. What a great thing to hear. In future, when people are having issues, I'll be like, hit the refresh button. It could work out. There could be like a box of black surrounding all of this. I wonder how it works on the page. It's interesting. It's kind of interesting just how it is as this vertical thing. And I'm not sure. I also wondered about having it all the way over here to 2D, to just have like darkness blocked in all the way, and then he would kind of pop in the darkness there. That could be really cool. But it's also just really interesting as this pillar of portrait. Anyway, any opinions, guidance, life advice? If you haven't already, like this video and subscribe to my YouTube channel. Is anyone here watching for the first time ever? That's always interesting when people are here for the first time. The highlights in the hair. That's often a thing. Sometimes I'll like draw the hair and there'll be all these highlights and stuff, and then at some point I realize all those highlights are actually all really dark compared to the really light parts. So even the highlights in the hair, they can be darkened. Leave it, it's fab. All right. Thank you, Nicole. I will. I'll just add a little bit of the hair down the bottom. But yeah, that's interesting. I feel like it could be just like this opening, just this interesting rectangular form. So I'll just give a bit more love to the hair down here. How's everyone else doing? Penny is here for the first time. Welcome, Penny. It's so nice to have you with us. I'm doing daily portrait drawing live streams. And we're focused on shadow shapes at the moment. We have a Discord server where people are sharing their work. I would love to see you share your work. If you share on Instagram, you can tag me here at Dylan_Sara. You can tag Jenell at the seed. We'd love to see your work. Jenell is such a brilliant muse and gives so much thought and love to her looks and ideas, and has really made self-portraiture into an art form. It's so wonderful. Just a few scratchy marks to give a little bit of a brief impression of hair. So big shapes are cool with hair, and then just like putting in just a little bit of detail. You don't have to draw too much of the hair. Just kind of capture the main shapes and imply the rest. All right, we could be done. Is everyone done? Thank you so much for joining the fun. We do this every day. Come back and draw with me tomorrow. Pen batch. Bet we see you again after today. I'm a gem. You are a gem, Corinna. Thank you so much. Thank you for the support, everyone. It's wonderful having you here. If you're not already on my mailing list, please join, because I'm going to do a workshop on Zoom where we can actually hang out and talk to each other, and we can talk voice to voice and face to face about these things. And we're going to be doing a lot of value shape exploration, and it's bound to be great because I love this topic, and shadow shapes and putting together portraits by recognizing shapes. It's just a way that I really enjoy drawing. So I have a lot to say about it. It's going to be fun. We'll have great reference, and I would love to see you there. So you can't sign up for it yet, but hopefully I'm going to have the mail out and it's set up on my website tomorrow. So join my mailing list. The link is in the description. Thank you for being here, everyone. I can't wait to see your drawings. This is such a cool reference. Jenell is so cool. All right. Fun. Thank you for joining the fun. You'll try and return. Excellent. You're the best, Jenell. Thank you so much. Oh yeah, the drawing hand emoji. Thank you, Tommy. If you've made it all the way to the end of this video, put your drawing hand emoji in the chat or in the comments. And you could also tell me in the comments, if you're watching the replay, what was your favorite moment of the last 24 minutes. I'm using, not the Pilot Black, I'm using Pelikan Brilliant Black. So I have been working with the Pilot Parallel pen. Thank you for asking, Cheryl. Feel free to ask anything at any time. This is a 3.8mm Pilot Parallel pen, and I refill it with this Pelikan Brilliant Black. Brilliant Schwarz. Pelikan spelled with a K. And I have a dedicated syringe, and I refill. I have never, this is the original cartridge that came with the pen in here. I've never bought a refill cartridge. I just refill it with the ink. So you can fill these back up with a syringe. Please be careful. And what I really like about this particular ink is that it's water soluble. So everything I did here with the midtones, I just borrowed the ink from the line work. which is really cool. I've been enjoying it so much, particularly in this sketchbook. I feel like with this technique, some of the coolest ink drawings I've done with the pen and the water brush in this sketchbook have been during the live streams. So it's really fun to work with, and I'm glad to be able to share it with you. Jack, it's your first time joining. So good. Thank you for being here. Yeah, feel free to return, like and subscribe. Hit the notification bell. There's a little notification bell, and it'll be like, ding, Dylan's going to live stream, and you can come and draw with us. And just for good measure, I'll put in the link to the Discord server if you would like to join. It is a wonderful place to share. We are now 291 people on the Discord server, so it's kind of like a social media platform where there are only 291 people who are all drawing from the same reference, and everyone's interested in the same thing. We're interested in faces and people and drawing together. So join that link. You can use it in a browser if you're not familiar with Discord. The app is a smoother experience, but it's really cool. If you would like to get the references, I share the references there. People share their work there. And it's just an extra layer of connection amongst all of this drawing together. Yes, Nicole, you were wondering how to refill the pen with a syringe. So I have this needle. I don't know if it needs to be this long. It is this long. And I've been using it for years, the same needle. And you only actually you could be much smaller syringe actually, because I only use this much. That is enough to refill the cartridge. And it's cool. It has this airtight cap on it so it doesn't get clogged up with ink. So I've never had to wash it out. And I just refill with it whenever my cartridge is empty and put it somewhere safe. And please take good care while using it. I actually use my kneaded eraser. Maybe I should make a tutorial about it. I take my kneaded eraser and I stick it on the table, and then I stick the cartridge into it and it stands upright, and then I can get the ink and I go put it in. Sometimes it makes a mess. But using a kneaded eraser to hold the cartridge is a game changer. Make a lot less mess that way. That's my experience anyway. Lisbeth is too high to hold the pen. Thank you everyone for being here. See you tomorrow.